Yo, what's going on, guys? Mike, Sin, whatever the hell you want to call me, coming at you with an add-on video. Guys, I know for a fact you do not want to sit here for an hour and watch me talk about add-ons. So today we are going to make it as snappy and fast as possible. Alright guys, first I want to talk about is ATT, also known as Arena Team Tracker. It's really nice to have because we can track the cooldowns of your friendly targets, or people on your team I should say. As you can see, he just used Turtle. It's coming off cooldown. It tracks like his trap. So if you are doing like, for say, solo shuffle, you know you can go cheap shot a healer and your hunter can trap off. And it's kind of the same deal with twos. Like, he has Turtle now, but if you just use Turtle, then and like a warrior's charging him and popping all his cooldowns, and he has no Turtle, you can counter the warrior by just disarming him, or if you don't have disarm, you can duel him to kind of give your boy some time to get away, kite it out. So ATT is definitely good, especially when you're playing with a healer as well. You can see if they have sack or whatever, so you're not gonna have to like use an evasion or you guys overlap. So now we're on the big debuffs, guys. Big debuffs is really nice. Not much to talk about here because I think everybody has big debuffs, but I'll go really quick with it. It's really nice because if you're looking at this guy's character frame, I can stun him, and now there's a full thing of cheap shot on him. If I blind him, I can see blind on him, and it's the same deal with gouge, right? Now I can gouge him and I can see that. It's also really nice for your player frame, because if you use invasion, well, you see you have invasion, right? All right, so the next add I want to talk about is ClassicNumbers. Now this one's not technically important, but it makes damage look a lot cooler, therefore you feel like you're doing more damage. Pretty much it kind of gives it that old school vanilla WoW feel when you're critting. I'm actually going to show you guys. I'm also a boomer, so I like this add-on a lot. But like, if I go ahead and burst this guy, watch my crit, okay? You see how it lights up like that? Look how cool that is, dude. Instead of just those weenie looking numbers, you get that cool looking animation, you know? It's just something that if you guys, want to get. But like I said, when you're looking for it, make sure you do it exactly how it's spelled right here. ClassicNumbers, no space, capital N. Okay, capital C, capital N, no space. It took me a while to just find it, but I'm just giving you guys fair warning. Capital N, no space. Alright, so here's one that I kind of wanted to go over real quick. I'll try to be as quick as possible with this one as well. Diminish, guys. This is really nice. Not a lot of people have this and or talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it. So we got a lot of options. You're going to have to play around with it. I have player enabled, focus enabled, and target enabled. And then I kind of just have it to however I want it. Now I play rogue, so the only thing I have it for is stuns. So when I go ahead and stun this guy in open world, watch up here, okay? You see how it shows that he has a stun DR now, which is really good. It's nice for like world PvP scenario, and I also can see it on my focus, my focus frame. So I don't have to look over here or over here on my arena frame. I can look right in front of me. But obviously you're still going to want to use sArena and everything, but we'll get to that later in the video. Also, the reason Diminish is so damn good, let me tell this guy to stun me. And this is why I love this. So now you can see that I'm on stun DR, right? He stunned me, so now I'm on stun DR. So if I'm like, let's say 4 or 3 seconds left, right, on this stun DR, and I see my healer get CC'd, boom, I could pop a vanish, I could pop a disarm, a cloak, invasion. I can counter it to give my healer some time to get out of that. I mean, granted, I'm still gonna get stunned at some point in the game, but it gives my healer a little bit of time, to get out of that CC to heal me. So the next one is details. Guys, I think everybody I'm talking to right now has details. It's really nice because you can kind of see your damage breakdown right here. Not much to really say about this one either. It kind of just tells you what you're doing. But the one thing that is nice about details, right? Let's say you're playing Assassination Rogue and you verse another Sass Rogue and he's doing like 10 million more damage than you. I know it's super unrealistic, but let's say he is. Well, you're allowed to actually go ahead and look at like the damage breakdown, see what he's doing that you're not doing, right? So I guess it's like a good way to kind of like learn to say, oh, well, this guy might have hit Garrote or Rupture more than me. Maybe I should be dotting or Garrote and Rupturing more targets at once to keep my damage rolling, because therefore my energy is going to be coming back faster and my damage is going to be on all targets. So now my damage is up there with his damage. something like that, you know what I mean? Details is also nice because like you can kind of go here and you can look like damage done, CC breaks, crowd control done, dispels, deaths, healing done, interrupts. I just add to bookmark, it just makes it easy for me. But yeah guys, to break it down, that's details in a very short description. So if you don't have it, I highly recommend downloading this one. All right, so let's talk about Omnibar. And at this point in 2024, I'm almost certain everybody has Omnibar. And if you don't, I highly recommend you get it because you can track other people's cooldowns. Super important in like solo shuffle, 3v3, 2v2, you name it, right? Like you definitely want Omnibar. It's really nice because you can track just about anything you want to track. You have literally every single option in the game. You go through it and play with it. I will go ahead and I'll give you guys the link to my Omnibar so you can copy and paste it on kind of like what I track. It's pretty much essentially just all the like important stuff, but like I said, I'll take the workout, I'll drop it right in the description, and you guys can just download it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tie OmniCC with Omnibar. The only reason I like OmniCC so much is because when I go ahead and hit Cloak, it kind of gives me a little timer of how much time I have left on Cloak, and if my hunter hit Turtle. If he hits Turtle, or like anything, it doesn't matter, but if he hits Turtle, it'll give me a little timer at his player frame. You see? 7, 6, 5. I mean, it's just a little something to have, really. It's pretty cool, but yeah, guys, that's Omnibar and OmniCC put together. Definitely recommend. Arena frame add-ons, guys. My preferred method is sArena. The only reason I like sArena is it's super easy. I mean, they're all easy to use, but I like this one because it takes pretty much all the work out for me. I literally go under layout, I go to Zarya's profile because for whatever reason, Zarya has a default profile in sArena, which I'm not complaining. All I did was I downloaded the add-on and I moved it right over here. And it's nice because it already has like, it just has everything, you know? It looks clean. I'm not complaining. I like it a lot. It's a solid arena add-on. I told you guys I'm not gonna get into too much detail on these add-ons that are already talked about a lot, so we're gonna go on to the next thing now. All right, guys, the next add-on I'm gonna talk about is spell notifications. I've had a ton of questions asked about this one. It's super nice because if you're gonna see right here in the center of my screen, cheap shot immune. I'm gonna keep spamming it so you can see it one more time. Cheap shot immune, right? It's nice because as a rogue, it's nice to see when things are immune and stuff. I mean, granted, they shouldn't be, but like if you know the millisecond this guy hits IBF and you cheap shot into it, it says immune, whatever. It's nice to see that kind of stuff, right? The only reason I actually ever had this add-on, I never deleted it, was because it was on my mage. You know, I had spell still, so like if I wanted to spell still an alter time, it would tell me right in the center of my screen here, you know, spell still alter time or spell still rejuvenation or something, right? But it turns out it's actually very beneficial for every class to have. So the add-on's called spell notifications. I've seen a lot of like comments asking about it, so there it is, guys. All right, guys, let's talk about the WeakAuras. This is gonna be the longest part of the video. I try to slam through this video as quick as possible because I know watching these hour-long videos on like add-ons is miserable. So the first one we'll talk about is defensives. Pretty much, you know, it'll track just about like Iron Bark, Pain Sub, GS. You can see the list there. I kind of just have it set here, so if I do see like stand in my earthen wall, boom, it's highlighted right here in the middle of my screen. So that's for defensives. Now here's when I get asked, I get asked about this one a lot, and it's called DF WeakAuras. Now I'm sure there is an updated version for the War Within. I'm just too lazy to change this thing, but if I view it, you can see pretty much it tracks literally everything huge, like deep breath when they're coming down at you, tip the scale, shroud, you know, secret tech, shadowy duel. It pops right up here in the middle of my screen. It's super duper nice. And that one, like I said, is called DF WeakAuras. Don't get me wrong, all these WeakAuras are super important, but this one like is lifesaver, especially like in solo shuffle or threes if you're not in comms, and it's called XhsRk. Let me show you guys. I have it popping up right here in the middle of my screen. So like if my healer gets trapped, it'll make a noise and it'll pop right up here in the middle of my screen saying XhsRk for like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Super nice because you can do one of two things. If you're the kill target, you can commit like cloak or invasion, or if your mage is the kill target, and they have nothing, and your healer CC, if you have a duel available, you can duel somebody, you know, you can blind somebody if you have to keep the game going, you can gouge somebody. So I highly recommend healer CC, especially if you're a solo player. It is huge, guys. The last weak aura I have is Totem Nameplate. This is really nice because pretty much what it does is, like, if a shaman drops like a spirit link totem, like above the spirit link, it'll just say, like, it'll just be big, green, and highlighted, right? So it's easy for me just to click it and kill it. Or same thing with grounding if I'm playing with a mage or a hunter. It pops right up nice and big right here where I can just click it and kill it. So I highly recommend that one as well, but you know, at the end of the day, these are all my weak auras. I will go ahead and I'll copy them. I'll paste them into the description so you guys can go have a ball with it and just download them. And if you don't like them, you can always disable them, right? But I do really think like DF, weak auras is huge, healer CC is huge, defensive is huge. Totem nameplates, it is really nice for me to have because, like I said, it pops it up nice and big, but it's not necessary. So, alright, if you guys made it to the end of the video, I want to say a big thank you and a big thumbs up to whoever actually watched me talk for 10 minutes about add-ons. So, I hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, I'll see you!